É sempre na função, na contenção. Cuspindo fogo igual Charizard. Fazendo um papo de...
Dai konnichiwa kabiten go kijiki Disney kwete. And welcome to the 8th episode of Which One's Better. We're going to be doing 3 kinetics again. And it's basically the tall kinetics in my collection so far. That includes the Jupiter 12-inch, Asterism, and the Mars. Which one's better? Let's figure it out. This time we will start off with altitude, height, and weight. Now I'm going to measure. As we all know, the Jupiter is 12-inch. The Mars is 9.5. And Asterism is 12.5. Now for how high the magnet goes. Oh, we don't want them colliding into each other. For the Jupiter, about 5 inches. Now for the Mars, about 8.5. And Asterism, about 6. And I need to get rid of all this dust off of my Mars. Alright. So Bach, if you had one of these 3 kinetics, which kinetic would be the best for you in altitude?
I think both the Jupiter 12-inch and the Mars probably go around the farthest because unlike the Asterism kinetic, there's much less things that they have to move.
Yes, pretty much. Since you chose between Jupiter and Mars, what kinetic would look best for you if you had one of these?
From what I've seen, I think the Jupiter would probably move the best.
Yes. In this case, I would strongly agree.
How heavy is that? Light work with the bass on the track, on my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink.
Next feature, speed. Bach, if you had one of these 3 kinetics, which kinetic would be the best in speed for you?
I think in terms of how fast they move, I think the Asterism probably goes the fastest.
It depends on how high in altitude the magnet goes.
Right.
About my Jupiter, it's almost the speed is almost exactly the same as my Asterism, but it's a little bit lower in altitude and speed is a lot faster. And the Mars starts to overshoot, is what I like to call it, in altitude, meaning that the speed is a lot more slower than all the other kinetics. Probably the slowest one in my collection so far.
Looking at me,
Next feature, magnet affections. Bach.
What I can tell, both the Jupiter and the Mars probably have very similar magnet affections because they're somewhat similar sized and the magnets are on the same pairs. But with the Asterism, it's much larger and it has larger magnets, so obviously the magnet affection on it is much different.
Yes. But if you had to say which kinetic would have the best affection,
I think the Jupiter 12-inch probably.
well, that's what you say, but well, I say is the Mars because on my Jupiter, not a whole lot when it goes this high in altitude. Only once, only the with the green and blue colored balls, the magnet affections will only work, and then the other side will not. And with the Mars, depends on how close the magnet is. Yeah, like right now, they have to be in a perfect location, and between the location of both of the balls and the magnet for the big affection to occur, because both of the balls are very close to the magnet on the Mars. And on the Asterism, turns out pretty okay, but it's just doesn't have that much affection than the Mars or the Jupiter. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Looks like the Mars wins for magnet affections.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Next feature, color. Black.
Well, I'd say the most colorful one is the 12-inch Jupiter, because all of the little balls on the end are many different colors. So there's that. But with the Asterism, it's all gray, so there's not really any color there. And on the Mars, there's a few different colored parts, but it's not as colorful. So obviously the Jupiter is the most colorful of the three.
That is true compared to mine. By the way, you meant to say silver to the Asterism, right?
Yeah, it's silver.
Basically, the mini Jupiter has 4 colors, and the Mars has 3, and the Asterism is all in 1. Now for the final feature, which kinetic is better itself? Black, what would you say?
In my personal opinion, just because it's very complex and I just like how it looks, I think I like the Asterism kinetic the most.
Yeah, me too. It has a pretty cool and unique design. Cause it just 3 sets of 3 circles, and it's shaped like the atom kinetic. And yeah, Jupiter and Mars are pretty okay to the overall design, but looks like I'm gonna take Jupiter as second place, because I mean this design is really good. Well, it depends on who developed the kinetic. Well, mine's made by Carlisle. And for my Mars, I don't know what my Mars is made by, but all it is just the magnet on the bottom is green, and then the 2 balls are pinkish and yellow, and that's pretty much it. Yes, Mars takes 3rd, and it looks like that the Asterism is the winner for this, which one's better. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this which one's better. Don't forget to leave a like. If you want to, subscribe for more. If you want to go check out my Discord server, the link's in the description below. And if you want to follow or subscribe to me on Twitch, the name's in the description below. And if you want to go check out my gaming channel, the link's in the description below. But anyways, I will see y'all in the next video. Until long last.